Hey Simon and everyone else on the Blacksmith team. My name is Jeremy Ginsberg. First, I just want to thank you so much for putting on this camp. I think it's amazing what you do. I think it's super inspiring to see someone and a lot of people at your level giving back to younger generations of people. And yeah, so I'm super excited. And I know you've probably got a lot of videos to go through, and so I try to spice it up, give you a good background scenery. I'm here in Koh Phangan, Thailand, and my guitar. Save that for the end. I got a little song for you guys. But for now, I just want to, share my story and why I think I'll be a good fit for this camp. And then at the end, I'll give you some music. So at the very least, you'll get that. All right. So where to begin? At the end of 2015, beginning of 2016, I was living in Vietnam, and I think from the outside perspective looking in, I had basically my dream life. Um, I was working for an internet startup, and they ended up doing about 3 million a year, and I was working for them doing all their copywriting and email marketing and startups, wearing a lot of hats. So it was super exciting to learn a lot from them. So on the financial side, learning side, growth side, I was doing well. And in my personal life, I had a beautiful Vietnamese girlfriend that I still have today. And as far as music goes, I was touring the country of Vietnam. I actually got pretty famous in Vietnam. I had my own TV show. I had people recognizing my songs, singing along, a couple videos that went viral. So on paper, everything seemed like I had, quote, figured it out. It was perfect. And then I started getting headaches. And at first it just started out, okay, a little headache here, a little headache there, maybe rest, get a massage, go do a sauna, steam room, etc. But eventually the headaches just got worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. And I started, dropping my freelance clients, stopped performing music as much, and eventually I had to stop working completely, and I went back to the United States in order to find a cure and figure out, why I'm getting these headaches. So I moved back to the U.S. I'm living with my parents. I planned to be home for about a month, and that turned into 6 months. I tried basically anything the Western medicine field had to offer, and no one could find a cause, and nothing really helped. So I started trying more natural remedies and trying to think outside the box, and there's the sun. So I started thinking outside the box and, experimenting with diet. I did vegan, I tried the keto, I did a 5-day water fast, and then still, like, none of that worked. And so then I tried to do acupuncture and float tanks and hypnosis and trying to get into even deeper stuff. I did a 10-week Wim Hof method course, who actually is a client of mine now. I did the couple ayahuasca ceremonies, long meditation retreats. I just got back from a 10-day Vipassana retreat, 10 days of silence, and still headache. So basically, amidst this physical and mental pain and struggle, I began to start questioning everything. And I started to really read about my body and figure out, all right, like, how does this body work? When we eat food, how does nutrition work? And learning scientific books, because I didn't want to rely on my doctors anymore. I didn't really trust the doctors. I would show up and they'd tell me things, and I would just be like, sorry, I don't really believe you. And I just began to learn about suffering in life and other people dealing with struggles and headaches and migraines and healing and other types of mental disorders, physical disorders, and kind of everything, and realizing that, like, it's all connected. The body is just one big, massive infrastructure, but it's so complex and there's so much to it. But the more I started to learn about it, the more interested I got, and then basically I realized through this whole thing that life is so fragile. Life is so fragile, and at any moment, anybody can get hit with some pain, some chronic pain or anything. And even though now I'm still on this healing journey, but I still feel a lot better. I can make videos like this. I've learned so much, and I've just realized that I'm so over the work online, let's travel and go to the beach and make a couple $1,000 a month lifestyle. And I'm so ready to impact the world on a deeper level and help other people who have been through similar experiences. I mean, I've been through so much pain, and even depression and anxiety and stress, and even short bits of suicidal thoughts. And from that, I have so much empathy for other people, and I want to help other people that are dealing with things like that. I feel like the West has so much wrong. There's so much to learn from Eastern philosophy, so much to learn from ancient wisdom, ancient healing techniques. And yeah, so going through this whole thing, it just made me realize, I want to think bigger. Like, I don't really have a goal or subjective of money or anything, and these headaches have taught me to kind of just take a step back and go with the flow and see what feels right. But for me right now, like I feel like I want to do something big. So I stopped reading little marketing books and books about, business, and I started reading biographies of more influential people like Benjamin Franklin, Gandhi, Churchill, and Einstein. And I'm hoping that by studying people like that, I can be on a similar path and really make a lasting difference. So and I've just realized that, like, if you want to make a change, it doesn't come through laws or politics or enforcements. It comes through each individual person, and it happens like one person at a time. So before I used to feel like, oh, I'm just one person, I can't do anything. But now I realize, like, if I help this person, this helps this person, helps that person, butterfly effect, like, we're all one, we're all together. We can really come together and make a lasting impact. And I've also realized that in order to be fulfilled, you really have to give back. It can't just be me. You got to have a family, kids to support, other people that you're helping. Like, I'm sure you feel the same way. I'm sure you run the camps because you enjoy it and you see the fulfillment of helping others peoples and watching them have major breakthroughs and come through their challenging. So yeah, I mean, I'm just really trying to help other people and give back. And I really hope that I can be a good fit for this camp. And you guys can help me, figure out how I can combine these experiences and everything into making a big, lasting impact. I do not have a mentor right now. I've worked with so many therapists, psychologists, shamans, and all different types of healers, and doctors and people that have really helped me along the way, physically, mentally, spiritually, everything, helped me with experiences and stuff. But I feel like right now I have the skill set and experiences to do something big. I have this healing. I'm only 25, but I feel like I've been able to experience what it's like to be 80 years old and 90 years old and, like, grow old to the point where you're in bed and you don't know if you're going to get out of bed that day or the next day, and you can't really commit to anything. But now I feel like I have more energy and the know-how, and I can write, I've got business sense, and I can make videos, and I'm creative, and I'm excited and pumped, and I'm motivated, and I just don't know really what to do with all of it. So that's why I'm looking for mentors, and I hope that this camp can be a good way for me to package all this together and truly make a lasting difference to the world. I'm not thinking this year, next year, but I'm thinking, like, every single day for eternity. I don't really plan on retiring. I realize that I want to pick something and choose a line of work that I just do for the rest of my life. It's something that I don't have to think about. And I don't know how to package everything together. I'm a little bit lost, but confident that I can figure out. So I really hope that coming to this Blacksmith camp can help me, kind of become more focused and organized and figure out, okay, like, here's what I can use here, and really, create, whether it's an online course or a physical product that helps people or whatnot. And so, yeah, I'd be super grateful if you guys would accept me and I can come to this course. My brother Nate Ginsberg, he came to the camp last year, and he said it's the most impactful thing he did in 2016. And just watching him go through it, be inspired, and take action is giving me so much motivation to hopefully follow in his footsteps and go to the camp, be inspired, and also take action. I'm a doer. I'm disciplined. Being in all this pain, as a copywriter and as a copywriter, I often tell some of my clients, people act out of inspiration or desperation, or maybe you can relabel that as fear or love. We're either moving towards something or against something. And being in all this pain has made me realize, I'm moving away from these headaches, but I can use that same discipline to really do whatever I want. And I hope that you can be a part of that and help me do that. And I'm going to take action. I'm a go-getter. So yeah, before I sign off, and I feel like I did ramble too much, so I'm sorry about that. I did promise you a song. So if you had to sit through this and you're a little bit bored, sorry. But at the very least, you can say, hey, remember that guitar guy? So this is a song that I wrote actually on Election Day in the U.S., which is sensitive. I don't want to get into this and that, but I wrote this on Election Day, and it's called A True Leader. And on that day, I was kind of reflecting, all right, what does it mean to be a true leader? Like, what does a leader do? What kind of characteristics does a leader have? And as I talked about before, I really see myself as a leader for many. And so this is a song kind of just talking through what I think a true leader is and some of the characteristics. So here it is. It's a little reggae style. I like reggae music. And yeah, just want to mention that I know the camp, I don't know if there's like a bonfire or anything, but I'll definitely have my guitar there, and I'd love to like do a little song circle or whatever I can just to add value to the camp and make things better. I've been performing for the last like 3 or 4 years, so that's a passion of mine, and no ego, just for you guys, for the people, for everyone else. All right, here we go, True Leader. Leaders are like stars, the brightest ones shine when it's dark. The true leader, yeah, yeah, a true leader. A true leader doesn't need a fancy gown or a crown. A true leader stands up when everyone else backs down. He doesn't need to be the hero of the story. He does good for good and not for glory. He always is ready to lead his friends, but it's the people who decide where and when. You don't have to hold a position to lead. Everyone is influenced by your deeds. Leaders are like stars, the brightest ones shine when it's dark. A true leader, a true leader. Alright, sneak peek. You can get the full version later. So yeah, I hope you can help me become a true leader. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you this summer.
Nice.